Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. Today I have a fun little video for you just talking about printables and just some tips to get the most out of your printables and getting the best quality that you can get, some things that I've learned along the way, and also just ways to spice up your printables and get to use them in maybe some different ways than we normally would. So to start off, I want to talk about the type of paper we print on. So usually I think a lot of people might assume that what you need to get good quality prints on your printables is a nice printer. And really, it doesn't matter so much the quality of your printer as the quality of your paper. Your paper is really going to be the thing that determines the way your printables turn out. And so here I have 3 different types of paper. This first one here is just your standard printer paper, not anything special. The next is just like a cheap cardstock that I think I got at Walmart for I got like a ream of it for like $3 or $4. And then this last one is the HP brochure paper, matte brochure paper. And I will link everything that I'm talking about down below as long as I can find a link for it. I'll have resources down below in the description. But what I want to show you is, I'm going to kind of see if I can pull these up closer. What you're going to notice is that there's a really big difference in color quality and like the sharpness of the print image on this HP brochure paper. This is a cardstock thickness, very, very smooth paper. And then this one, it also feels very smooth, but I think the difference probably between the two and the higher quality is that the cheaper paper is more porous, so therefore it's soaking up the ink a lot more. And then it also tends to just have a very faint bleed to it, whereas this higher quality paper is thicker and less porous, so you can just get a sharper image. And higher quality, you can tell a color difference in these, literally printed on the same printer, one after the other, and you can see that this one is just more muted, not as vibrant as the one over here. And then same goes for this one. Actually, if I put it next to the HP paper, you'll see it actually is a little bit better quality in terms of sharpness than the cardstock, but it still is a little bit grainy looking, and the color, there's definitely a color difference. It's not quite as bright and vibrant as this one. So really makes a difference the type of paper you're printing on. I have a few that I like similar to this HP one, and I will link them all down below. There is an Epsom matte photo paper that I really like, and then this is another matte photo paper that I like. I got this one at Target, and this is probably like the cheapest of the ones that I found that I like. The thing I don't love about it is that it's a little bit flimsier and it's not as sturdy as this cardstock. So that's just my personal preference. I will link all of those down below, but if you really want to get super vibrant colors and high quality looking images when you print your printables, definitely recommend investing in some nicer papers. They can tend to be a little bit more expensive, which is why you always want to look out for. A lot of times like Office Depot or Staples, stuff like that, will do buy one get one free sales or 50% off sales, and that's when I always grab mine because it's at least a little bit cheaper, or you get more for the amount that you're paying. Whereas yeah, it's definitely an investment to get the nicer paper, but I personally feel that it's worth it. So then I also just wanted to share a couple ideas. Okay guys, sorry, my battery was dying, so I needed to get that. So I want to show you a couple other ideas of how to make the most out of your printables. So I think a lot of people obviously know printing on cardstock is one really good option. Like I said, I just think the nicer cardstocks turn into really nice high quality printables. Here's a few more examples on that nice one. But there are other ways to kind of make the most out of your printables as well. And sorry, I'm going to be showing you some that I've already cut out from, because some of these are a little bit more expensive and I don't want to like waste them. So the other option is to do sticker paper. Now there's a few different options that you can find in terms of sticker paper. My favorites are the Avery clear matte sticker paper and the Online Labels clear matte sticker paper. My preference is to the clear matte because I have gotten the matte or like just white sticker paper, and it tends to have the quality of like the regular cardstock or regular printer paper in terms of like color vibrancy and like definition. So I just think it didn't look as good. Whereas these papers always turn out really, really nice. So this is the Avery labels, and this one's super, super nice. It's probably my favorite, but it's also the most expensive. And so it's kind of up to you about kind of what your budget is. But I just think it turns out really crisp whenever I do it on the Avery labels. And then these two are the Online Labels clear matte sticker paper. And I really like using these as well. Just a thing to keep in mind, because it is clear, you will be able to see through it. Like you can even see here, you can kind of see through it. And that still has like the white backing on it. So just be aware when you're using that in terms of putting it in your Bible journaling or scrapbooking or whatever you're doing. You got to be a little bit strategic about where you place it. If there's like a color behind it, that color will show through, or if there's anything behind it, you will probably be able to see through it. So just keep that in mind. Then another option is to do vellum, and I don't know even how my brain like came up with this, and I know other people have done this before and do it regularly with their Bible journaling or printables. But I found this at Hobby Lobby. It's like 50 cents a sheet, so I only bought a few, and I'm gonna actually look up before I post this video if you can buy vellum online in like bigger quantities, maybe get a better deal on it, because I really enjoy it. It's really fun. At first I thought it would probably only really look good with this black and white, which I do love. I think this is awesome. But I wasn't sure if colored printing on it would be vibrant enough. But as you can see, it is fainter than if you had it on like a white paper and you can see through it, but I think it looks really, really cool and just kind of gives a different effect. And here's another example of it. So yeah, again, like the clear sticker paper, you're going to be able to see through it, but it's not going to be it's a little bit thicker than the sticker paper. And you also have to be cautious about how you want to stick this down, because your glue and your tape will kind of see through it. So you kind of got to be a little strategic, but I think it's a fun way to mix up the printables for sure. And then here's a couple other ideas for you in terms of just keeping everything mixed up and doing something different. So the other day I found this like craft paper, crepe paper kind of cardstock in my stash. I was just kind of clearing some stuff out and I found it and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be really neat to do some printables on. Now I haven't really tried anything colored on this just because I'm not sure how that will turn out. This printable actually does have a small smidgen of color. The cheeks, let's see if I can get there. The cheeks are like rosy cheeks and it does show up to some extent. But yeah, I just wasn't super confident, but I thought, wow, wouldn't these black and white printables that we have look really cool, and they turned out really, really nice. So love this idea. I think you can get this at Hobby Lobby, and again, I will link anything I can down below. And then the last idea I have for you is graph paper and or like lined writing paper, the yellow lined writing paper, just kind of anything that might add some texture or dimension or something just a little different. And actually I was super surprised because the quality of this print on this paper was actually better than like regular printer paper to me. So if I pull this over, I just think, I look at this and I don't see it being nearly as grainy and like washed out. Like, I don't think the colors are changed here. Let's see. Let me pull out my other one. Because I have one printed on nice printer paper of this design. Yeah, so you see, there's a slight color difference, but not a lot. And so this actually turned out better than I thought. But I liked it because it just was, again, fun, added a little texture pattern to the printables, and thought that would really work cool and make something different, right? It's like reusing the same printables over and over again. I do love to do that, and I do it a lot, but it's just fun to try something different every once in a while. So those are my main ideas for you for just how to get the most out of your printables, making sure that they're the best quality they can be, and also trying to mix them up from time to time. So if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any other tips or tricks about getting the most out of your printables, leave those down below. If there's a favorite type of paper that you use or something I didn't mention, put that down below, and hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll see you next time.